Are you pumped to see Chris Evans as Captain America in Avengers Doomsday? I know I am. Listen, I kind of thought this was going to happen for a long time. The reason I thought this was going to happen was because they were bringing in not Tony Stark, sorry, Robert Downey Jr. They're bringing Robert Downey Jr. That I was like, okay, so he's going to be playing Doctor Doom. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, a lot of people have mixed feelings on that. But then they did the chair event. And when they did the chair event, that's when it hit me because they were like, listen, if they are going all the way back and they're going to be bringing back the Fox X-Men, which that's like started in the early 2000s, why, and they're already bringing back Robert Downey Jr., why wouldn't they bring back Chris Evans? Because they obviously need bigger characters. One of the problems with the multiversal saga, aka post Endgame, is that people just aren't engaging as much with the characters as much as they did before Endgame. And when it comes to those characters, you have to keep in mind that like even Iron Man 2, which is like okay, but people still love that movie because people love Iron Man. And that's a problem with a lot of the projects in the multiversal saga. So how do we know that they're bringing back Captain America? Well, the Russo brothers confirmed that there are two versions of Captain America. They said that Chris Evans, they said that there is basically a young Steve and an old Steve, and they exist at the same time. And I think that's what like the multiverse saga should have been to begin with, like different versions of variants that you see, not just cameo bait, like actual different characters. One of the things that's so cool with the multiverse in the comics, like there's a comic post Secret Wars where Johnny and Ben from the Fantastic Four, the Human Torch and the Thing, they go searching the multiverse, right, for Reed and Sue because they don't know where they are. And long story short, like they run into different versions of Reed and Sue in the multiverse, and different things happen. Like, Reed lost Johnny and he's depressed and he's like disheveled and he's got long hair and a beard. He's not taking care of himself. Like things like that. That's what you want to see in the multiverse, not just, like some random cameo that like makes no sense. And, you see John Krasinski as Reed Richards for 2 seconds. So I think that's really cool that they're doing this. I love it. My Time to Shine also said that for the multiverse to live, Steve has to die. So when Steve went back in time and returned with the Infinity Stone and lived his life out with Peggy, he created the incursions, and Doctor Doom wants him dead from it. So now we're finally getting into the lore and the plot of what's going to be going on in Avengers Doomsday.